Hi guys, ERICTRAX here. It is a time to talk about something special for me. I mean, of course, the new CADA Master Series set articulated dump truck designed by me. Some of you may ask me, hey Eric, but this is not your first set, so why is it so special? Yes, you are right, but this is the first model that I've designed directly to be a set. Why is different? The previous ones, for example, tractor or telehandler, were designed as custom models and later adopted to be as sets. This is a big difference because this model is more solid and modular. That thing makes it more playable and much easier to build. Let's start with the box. Here we see the characteristic CADA Master logo and a glossy print showing the model. There is also information about the number of bricks and the signature of the designer. On the back there are pictures showing the functions and details of the model. There is also information about the electronics inside. As you can see, the box is definitely bigger than the previous one. Inside you will find beautiful silver print and all bricks packed in the 5 numbered boxes. We have standard CADA building instructions here. The new thing is the build stages are allocated to the boxes. The quality of the instructions is very good. Together with CADA, we made sure that the instructions were error-free. The entire building process is presented in 4 boxes and divided into 5 stages. With the instructions you will find a small sticker sheet. Now it's time for impressions of the building process. I just finished the 2 stages of the build. I didn't put together all the parts of the model to show you some interesting things. The first stage we built the second and rear axle. The drive is very simple and effective. On Facebook groups I saw problems with correct mounting of the differentials. So the axles are designed in such a way that the differentials cannot be fitted the wrong way. The rear frame is a combination of panel and Technic bricks, classic Technic bricks. Thanks to this, it's very durable and don't bend even under heavy weight. It's finished with tiles, which makes it very realistic. As you can see, the first motor is mounted. This one is responsible for lifting the dump box. You can also see the rear suspension bins. They allow the rear axle to operate freely on the raw terrain. Now let's merge these 2 elements and see how they work together. The axles have a large working range. I really wanted to realistic suspension in this model. The one you see here is used in real haulers and it's called pendular suspension. Remember that this lift arm should be mounted on the bottom, otherwise it will hit the frame and limit suspension. A few words about the front part of the model. We have a frame with a large drive motor from Pro Series, a very solid steering system based on small linear actuators. On the front you will see a fake engine and a front bumper with a very interesting shape made of system bricks. The first elements of the operator's cabin are also visible. The whole thing is quite heavy because it weighs almost 600 grams already. Now I'm going to merge the front and the rear frame together. There's a small turntable between the front and the rear parts. It works as central joint. You may ask why I didn't use a large turntable for better stability. The answer is very simple. The small one provides more ground clearance between first and second axle. The front bumper is very heavy, so I added the extra link to strengthen the turntable. As the result, the entire structure is very solid and will not break. Additionally, the link prevents the front frame from tilting too much. In the next third stage we build the operator cabin steps, platforms, fenders and handrails. There's a lot of detail, but I tried to design them to be very solid. As you can see, they are holding up very well. The model has already have battery box hidden as exhausts. The lights are already there. The front ones are in the cabin and the rear ones are at the end of the frame. Unfortunately, if you want to turn the lights on, you have to keep the remote control button pressed. There is also dummy engine now. It's an imitation of inline 6-cylinder diesel engine. It works while the model is running and it's quite noisy. You can easily remove it, and if you want to turn it off, you just need to remove one of the Z16 gears. The first step is mainly building the dump box. I really wanted it to be solid. You may also notice that it has a tailgate and it opens automatically during the dump process. I finished the dump box with additional bricks. Thanks to this, there are no holes inside and you can put almost any load on it. Next, we add long liner actuators and tires with a very interesting thread to the model. I asked CADA if it was possible to produce typical construction tires, but the model don't have a license, so it didn't happen, unfortunately. The fifth and final stage is building the hood. It's quite heavy because most of it is made of classic bricks. However, thanks to this, it was possible to design interesting look. Inside you can see how all these curves are connected. It is worth paying attention to the very interesting combination of sidewalls and Technic panels on the top. The engine hood can be opened up and locked in the upper position. This allows access to the dummy engine. I already have the entire model assembled. The whole thing has a realistic proportions and looks fantastic. This combination of colors is something very fresh and eye-catching. When I made the decision that the model would have a suspension, I knew it would have to run well in rough terrain. Not many of you know that in 2011 and 2012 I competed in the Polish Lego Track Trail Championship. Oh god, those memories. Check out those vehicles. The experience I gained there allowed me to build the most simple and efficient drivetrain. The torque is distributed to the wheels via 4 differentials, 1 central and 3 axis. It's impossible to block them, but thanks to the very good work of the suspension, this function is practically not needed. The model weighs 2.7 kg and carry load of 2 kg. All this with just one large Pro motor. I must say that is impressive. I mentioned earlier that the model has a pendular suspension. It only works by the gravity and weight of the vehicle. There is no shock absorber here, so it reacts immediately to all uneven terrain. Thanks to this feature, the articulated hauler can climb over obstacles up to 3 bricks in height. This is also possible thanks to the high mounting of the front bumper. The set has also a few disadvantages. 2 stud axles are still a little bit loose. I spoke to CADA and I know they already get new molds for these bricks. Laying cables of the front lights in the cab can be problematic, and there are small color differences in the brick on the front bumper. After watching a few reviews, I know that I should color code the wire plugs. It is worth buying this set. I think so, especially if you are a fan of construction machinery. Solid structure, great suspension, amazing playability and realistic look. With a promo code, this set costs $215, and I think it's a pretty good price. Remember about possible custom duties in your country. What do you think about this set? Let me know in comment below, and if you like this video, leave thumb up. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.